What tools of the trade do you use when you're deer hunting? Do you prefer bow? Do you prefer gun?
So
Do you
like
prefer like tree stand? Like take us through like your.
so like bow season is the majority of deer.
Mhm.
So typically I kill my deer during archery and the
Uh-huh.
gun only comes in for a week. So I prefer to get it done with a bow. And it's controversy like whether you use compound or crossbow.
Hmm.
Now I've used a compound in the past, but I use crossbow now. Some say
Okay.
it's like easier and cheating. I think whatever you're comfortable with and you can make an ethical shot to
Right. Yeah.
to harvest your animal is the best option for you.
Hmm.
Now I had a compound and I gave it to my brother-in-law, so that's why I'm not using it currently. I,
Okay.
I did what I wanted to do with it, and now I'm satisfied with using my crossbow for now. So that's what I used, and I like the archery aspect of it, no matter what you're using, because you're closer,
Yeah.
and it's not a bear that's gonna come and eat me. So
Right.
I'm not, it's not really a dangerous aspect to it.
Yeah.
I feel like I did more respect to the animal at tricking it, making sure it's getting it closer. Like I like did what I needed to do, and like as far as using a blind or a tree stand, I prefer tree stand
Uh-huh.
if I'm gonna do it during archery because you're up higher and like it's less likely of a chance for the deer to bust you and like because they're not
Yeah.
gonna be necessarily looking up. The main thing, and if anything, when you're deer hunting, is in my opinion, if you're gonna need any tip or trick, is hunt the wind. Make sure the wind's in your favor and the wind's in your face. Like a lot of people don't really know that, I guess, like that I talk to. Like it's kind of like they just if they got one blind, they just go to it whenever.
Uh-huh.
Like and I was
Yeah.
like, you could do yourself a lot more benefit instead of like going out every day. Maybe go out once a week or whenever the wind is right.
Uh-huh.
The deer don't get as smart, and you can find they'll pattern better, and they won't bust you. So that's the main things.
Yeah, that's like you said, and I've gone out before where I've been in a tree stand and it's been fine, and then by like 8 o'clock the wind shift
You know, like a
and
swirl. Then
it's going. Come on, I just get out of the stand.
that's
Like
like
I know I'm done. It's
yeah,
there's nothing you can do about it. It's just yeah. It's
sucks. But you're like, if I stay here, I'm not gonna see anything, or they're gonna
right.
come and they're gonna bust me. So
Of course, like I said before, when I was hunting, I was married to something else, so there was a lot of times I stayed in the stand just because I didn't want to
because
go home. But it was that's a whole other story. But
Who's hunting who?
I'd rather just stay up hang out in a tree for 8 hours while it's cold and rainy than
Yep.
it was definitely beneficial.
So getting momentarily from the hunting and more to like a nerdier aspect. So did you go to school for this, for video production?
Some,
Because
yeah.
I was telling you guys before we started, the video's professional.
Oh,
Like
thank
you
you.
can't just when you check it out,
Yeah,
you
I
can't
did.
just
I
pick
saw
up
it.
a camera and
Thank
load it
you.
all into like
Yeah.
what I'd like CapCut or Adobe Premiere and just
Yeah.
start putting them in. Like it takes a lot of knowledge.
Yeah, so I mean, I did it a lot in high school.
Okay.
I took tech prep in high school, which
Shout
was
out Coach
awesome.
Kim.
Yep, shout out Coach Kim, who, sorry, never came to a single class. I learned everything on YouTube. Thanks, Coach Kim. But yeah, so like, I mean, it really just started with football highlights in high school, to be honest,
yeah,
because that's
yeah.
all Ferry cared about was football highlights
Yeah,
on
it is
Friday
true.
night or on
Nice.
Monday morning of
Yeah.
Friday's game. So that's where it kind of all started. And then it just kind of grew. I mean, I did go to college for a little bit. Didn't finish. I went to a private school that was like 80 grand a year. Ran out of money. But that happens. And then, it just kind of always just stuck with it though.
Yeah,
For just
you're
like
still
side
learning the
stuff.
technical side of stuff.
Yeah. So, and I mean, I do have a my certificate now in software engineering too. So like,
Okay.
I'm just really good with a computer at times,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I know Python and like Java, JavaScript, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like, computers is just kind of like second nature to me. I just
Yeah.
kind of figured it out. Now, when it comes to like the editing style of it, I did a lot of research. I paid for My Outdoor TV. I watched the guys like Waddell and Dury Outdoors and stuff that have been doing it for years. Have millions of followers and they're in TV shows, and took what I liked from them and what I don't like from them and
Yeah.
kind of change it up. But at the end of the day, our goal is to tell a story. And I told Damon this the other day was like the reason I feel like everybody hunts is there's two reasons: the excitement of getting the animal and the excitement of telling everybody the story afterwards, right?
Yeah.
We have the benefit though of being able to film our story every week.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I want our video to be the story of the hunt with visual aids.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's really our goal. So I'm very grateful you guys think
Oh, yeah,
they're turning
for
out
sure.
pretty well. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.